Fair enough, Frank. Look, on the world of boxing as a whole, just a few quick ones. Conor Benn, we're now hearing that it looks like he will fight again before we hear something. We don't know how long the report's going to take to hear anything back. They've submitted 280 pages. Robert Smith, the board, haven't had anything. WBC have got it. What do you think is the right thing here?
Well, first of all, the right thing is to have a hearing and to produce the B sample. As regarding the WBC, they've got all these papers in which they're looking at, and they haven't reinstated him in their rankings. And all they can do to that, they can't stop him from boxing the WBC. They can only stop him from being in their rankings. That's all that can happen. He's given up his British Boxing Board of Control licence, so whether another jurisdiction will licence him, I don't know. But the fact is, he tested positive twice. And the fact is, what they should do is give all the papers to UCAD and let them hear it. They were two British fighters.
What they're saying at the minute is that they want to allow they want the information to come out, but they feel like it's getting to a point where they're just going to have to get on and let him fight without the information coming out. As boxing public, is that fair?
That's wrong. How can they let him fight without the hearing? That's nonsense. And if that happens, there's something wrong. And who's going to licence him? Where is he going to get a licence? He's give up his board licence. He's suspended anyway, and they can't licence him unless UCAD have the hearing.
Those are the words of Frank Warren as he blatantly, pragmatically states if he's positive, he's positive. Give him to UCAD, let UCAD sort it out, and let that happen. Now, we do have a conflict. The conflict is that Conor Benn is now, he's skeptical of UCAD. But to be honest, I mean, it's UCAD. I mean, they've done this several times, to British fighters, American fighters. Look, all that shit with Tyson Fury, that was real foul, real sketchy, shady stuff. That Dillian White stuff, same thing. Was it Carlos Molina? Or was it Medina? No, it was Molina, right? They told him he couldn't even fight in his own country. So, and it was weird. They waited a long period of time to then just charge him with something that they said he did way back in the day. So, I don't know. The only thing that I can gather, man, when you're talking about Conor Benn is that maybe he shouldn't fight in the UK anymore. Because the UCAD, they're going to shut him down. If you're talking against an organization, you think that organization is going to take lightly of what you said about them. They're going to cover their own asset the way they can. And they surely won't, have a situation where they'll have you fighting. So, but I do agree with Frank. It's like, well, hey, if you test positive, you test positive. I mean, everybody else tested positive, and that's what happened. Even Dillian White, even when they found that out, they still stripped him from the position that he was in to fight Deontay Wilder because that was his goal, because Deontay Wilder was the WBC champion. You know what I mean? But he's out of the rankings, so he could fight somewhere. So the question is, what will Eddie do? So Eddie Hearn will probably work something out. But, Frank's like, hey, if he's guilty, he's just guilty. It is what it is. He tested positive, and and it would be wrong if they did. But what would also be wrong is if Conor Benn, for some strange reason, didn't have to test. I think that's total bullshit. Everybody should get tested, so we'll know where everybody is. And then, regardless of these guys agreeing to get tested, they get popped. So, anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren saying that he's positive, something's wrong. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.